kick off this session here. Oh,
with a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't turn it over. That 38 will stay on the bar, and then the athlete's going to change now. France coming out for the opening lift at 138 as well.
Okay, here comes Bernardin. When we spoke with him, he said that so far training in 2024 has gone pretty well. He hasn't really attempted anything heavy, he said, because of a little bit of leg pain. So this is sort of somewhat in uncharted territories for him right now. He really takes his time.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Burning that clock down. Beautiful lift,
yeah,
though.
That's great. Incredible. Such a muscular athlete.
Yeah. Yeah, not the best lockout, not the cleanest lockout, but he doesn't actually let the elbows give or press out.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, his best snatch is 147, but that was a while ago. That was back in 2015 World Championships in Houston.
Kitor out again for his 138.
This is just 5 kilos shy of his best snatch. He'd actually never missed an international opening snatch until today. So somewhat of an unfamiliar position.
Yeah, much better lift.
I mean, it looked heavy. He only just snuck under it, but it was pretty crisp.
So 139 now. It's going to be Bernardin. So that's going to change as well. Yeah, lots of movement now. A lot of movement.
Loaders, 140 kilo bar, please. Now representing Germany, here is Max Lang.
140 kilos now. First attempt, Max Lang.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely a familiar face in the world weightlifting scene.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Best snatch internationally is 156, but of course, I mean, he used to be an 85.
Yeah.
And then he went to 81, then 73. 146 is the most he's made recently. He actually did that at the Bundesliga.
Taking his time, setting it up.
Oh, he almost overpulled it, but he was able to rock back
Very
on his heel
solid.
and save that.
Yeah, he's a very strong athlete. We've seen him lift some pretty impressive strength exercises.
Well, I mean, do you
do some
remember
pretty impressive ones.
probably back in 2000, I don't remember when it was, 18, something like that. He jumped 214 off the blocks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, here's Yusuf Genç. His opener at 140 as well.
Now, seeing him come out this early is just a testament to how strong the overall category is.
Yeah.
Because normally he'd be out much later at the European Championships, and it's not because he's opening light. It's because everyone is opening so heavy. I mean, even Mohamed Ozbek's got 145. Normally he's
That's a huge
the
opener
first
for
of the
Ozbek.
two. Yeah.
Yes,
a really
very
nice.
nice.
Long arms, and yet still such a powerful athlete, particularly in the jerk. You normally think that those long arms would hinder him, but he's extremely good jerker.
Yeah. Yeah, very solid.
Okay, Caden Cahoy. Max, do you know a lot about Caden?
I don't know very much at all about Caden. He's a pretty new lifter as far as the competition goes.
I do know that his best international snatch is 140, and that happens to be what he's opening with now. So
That's heavy.
This is big. This is big for Caden. He competed at the World Champs this year, placed 19th there. He's a Pan American Junior silver medalist. That was back in 2022.
Oh, wow.
That's really nice.
Very solid, considering it's his best internationally. To match that on an opener, he's in good shape.
I saw him in the training hall a few days ago. He snatched 130, clean and jerked 160, and they all look pretty good, but that's really all I've got to go off.
Second attempt. He goes up. Bonus 141.
When we spoke with him, he said that his best lifts recently in training, 143, 184. So yeah, I mean, by all measures, it's a very heavy opener, but he absolutely nailed it.
Once more weight now. Turkey.
He said he's in the best shape of his life.
Same weight.
Let's see who.
United States of America.
Okay. Well, they're calling Caden Cahoy, but we see Piotr coming out now. This is the wrong lifter. Here we go. There's the change.
Yep, third attempt.
Gives a little bow there to the audience.
2 kilos shy of his international best. No.
Oh, yeah, just a bit too heavy. Yeah. Didn't get it high enough.
So I think we're going to have Ryan Grimson down next. You know, it's good for these US athletes because when they go to a Pan Americans, a Continental Championships, they don't actually face the level of competition that the 73s have in Europe.
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't think there's a Pan American 73 even in the top 10 right now in the world rankings. Let's take a look at that. No. Until you get to 11th, you've got Julio Mayora from Venezuela, but it's, you know, Ryan gets to compete now against, you know, the 4th, the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th ranked weightlifters in the world in this category.
Yeah. Yeah, this gives him really good competition experience here as well.
Five kilos under his international best.
Oh, very strong snatch.
That's nice.
Good lift for Ryan.
Yeah, a great opener. You know, I was a little bit nervous because he actually turned up to the training hall a few days ago and he missed a 137 snatch.
Oh, wow.
And I thought to myself, oh dear. But, you know, clearly it's just, I was shaking off the dust after a long flight from the USA. I had to fly in to Munich and then from Munich to Sofia, so it was a long
a lot of
day
travel.
or two of travel.
Let's hear some noise.
Brendan here.
Yeah.
Gives a little point to the elbows. Lets refs know that his elbows do not lock at a, I guess, typical angle. .142. He made 38 on his opener.
Yeah, pretty big jump though.
He's letting that clock run down.
Down to 3.
Oh,
That's
very
just
nice.
so amazing how he does it.
Yep. Very nice snatch.
You know, a mixture of having short arms, a wide grip, and a bad lockout means that the bar is so close to the top of his head, and the height that he has to pull the bar is so diminished compared to these other athletes.
Yeah, it just really makes that overhead position look a little bit odd too, because he has, you know, that really wide grip, and his elbows look bent, and the bar is just sitting there kind of floating over his head. You almost are confused how he's able to hold it without the arms looking more locked out, but they are.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice.
Got very big triceps as well, which certainly at least help with that position. Here comes Max Lang now.
Stop.
There's been
Lotus, 144 kilos on the bar, please.
been a change. The loaders haven't quite made that change, so they're just going to do that now.
Second and 10 for Max Lang, Deutschland.
Up comes Max. Max currently the 15th ranked weightlifter in the world. He wants to get into that top 10 and get his Olympic trip in.
Yeah, big 144 here. Better than the first.
So good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Max is in good shape.
Yeah, that's a great lift for Max Lang right there.
Yeah, you could definitely see him pushing to 147 on his 3rd attempt. I mean, at an absolute minimum, the total, if nothing else changes between now and the end of Thailand, 335 kilos is the total needed.
Yes, that's
of
true.
Of course, a lot can change, but that's what people are looking at.
There's Yusuf Genç.
Yeah, following in Max's footsteps here, 140 to 144.
Beautiful lift.
Yeah, I mean, his technique is, you know, wild, but in the most wonderful of ways.
Yeah,
he leans back and throws his shoulders so far back behind the bar, and it somehow pulls back in and catches it.
Yeah, he just makes it work. You know, it's his style and his way of doing it, but it works for him. He's incredibly fast under the bar.
Second attempt. Bernard, prepare to follow.
Okay. Caden Gahoy now, same weight at 144.
Yep.
This will be a 4 kilo international record for him. Big lift for him.
Yeah, personal best. He's another athlete who seems to purposely run the clock down a bit.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
Very solid lift.
This battle for the U.S. is really awesome.
Excellent snatch from Caden Gahoy.
You know, we could see a very different looking top 10 after this session.
Yes.
Most of the athletes, of course, will remain the same, but 7th through 15th could mix around a fair bit.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that happen for sure today, or possibly today, but then the same in Thailand as well.
Yeah, we still have 5 athletes who haven't even opened yet. One of them's going to come out now. I think it's going to be Mohammed Ozbek. We're at 145, the green's on the bar. Ozbek's best snatch is 149. He is, from everything we gather from seeing him in training, extremely fired up, feeling very aggressive, desperate to you know, he's in almost a worse position right now. You know, being number 10, everyone's aiming to take him down.
Yeah.
And he's got to prove that, well, they can't do it.
Wait for the buzzer. There it is. Beautiful lift.
Yeah.
What an opener.
You know, he's getting better and better at the snatch, despite, you know, not the best leverages for the lift.
He's in great shape.
He is.
That was a very solid snatch.
He's really fired up for this competition. He told us he was ready for some big lifts. He said to us 155, 190 plus. I don't think he's going to get to 55. I would be surprised if he took 5 kilo jumps from here. But, you know, the fact that he's thinking of these numbers as being possibilities says a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, 45 for Bernardin.
That's a huge attempt.
I mean, his best, what did we say? Was it 46? 47. But that was back in 2015, so this is enormous.
Yeah, it was 9 years ago.
He's competed internationally around 30 times. He's made 30% of all of his third attempts in the snatch.
Burning the clock.
Oh, I can't quite hold on.
Yeah, it just goes behind, falls back.
Thank you. Merci, Bernard.
So Bernardin's going to end the snatch portion of this men's 73 kilo category with a 142 snatch. That puts him in 9th, which just goes to show how competitive that B session was. I mean, we had Chris Murray snatch 147.
Oh, true,
the B
yes.
session, and we had multiple 150 pluses. Here they are, we've got 2 US athletes plus Yusuf Genç. It's an intense group of athletes there.
Second attempt for Uzbek.
So we'll see here what actually transpires with Ozbek. He's definitely going to take more than 46.
He's put the change in.
And again, representing Turkey, Yusuf Fehmi.
So Yusuf at 46.
Be ready.
Yeah, Yusuf Genç here taking 146 is smart. That's a smaller jump. He took a 4 kilo jump first to second, but this would build his total. 146, he could do more damage with a clean and jerk.
I think it's quite clear that he's not necessarily in his absolute best shape. I mean, he's only a couple kilos off his best, but let's see.
Yeah, watch the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and this was the psychological issue that he was having in the training hall the other day. And the fact that it's now happened on the platform.
Not a good sign.
Not good going into clean and jerks, you know, knowing in the back of his mind, I pulled a 187 times and couldn't get under it once the other day. I've just done it in the snatch.
Yeah.
You know, when that bar's loaded, I think he might struggle.
You know, not going under the snatch is definitely not a great sign. The clean and jerk, you know, in some cases the clean can just be that heavy. It's a little bit more intimidating, but the snatch, not as much. So 147, this would tie Grimsland's international competition best.
That looks a little too heavy.
Yeah, not there.
So for those wondering, the European record in the snatch is 160 kilos. That was from a man we actually spoke about yesterday, Danny Ismailov, the Turkish athlete. world record is 169 on Shizi-Yong.
Yeah, there's levels to this for sure. All right, Max Lang's third attempt, 147 now. Sets himself up. He's going to rock forward a little bit. Beautiful pull.
He
What
just injects so much pace into the
Yeah.
bar, doesn't he?
What a great snatch from Max Lang.
He's aggressive. It's like all of his strength and power is directed perfectly in the right direction.
Yeah, the Germans are very, very adept at building great technical lifters.
Yeah.
We see that a lot. Just a lot of pedigree of solid technicians, and Max Lang is no exception.
Yeah, the first athlete to make a third attempt snatch. 147, 3 for 3 from Max Lang.
Yeah, very solid.
Loaders, please.
So let's see what happens here. You know, everybody else is opening within 2 kilos of each other here. Andre Bozidar is coming out for 148.
I don't know. I think he might be bumping. I just saw his coach Plummet just make a change. That's gonna, yeah, he's bumping to 150. He's one of 3 athletes who want 150. So here's Brikan Kalja instead from Albania at 148. He's made 61% of all of his snatch openers, which is one of the lower percentages, but still more makes than misses. This is 19th year of international competition.
Maybe the oldest competing. Oh, he looped it a little bit there.
Got plenty of strength.
Yeah. He may be one of the longest competing athletes in this competition.
Yeah.
148 kilo remains on the bar. Now, representing Turkey.
Yeah, one of the longest competing, but he said to us that this is actually one of the best he's ever, in the best shape he's been in.
Yeah, it certainly looked to be it. He just lost it behind, just a little bit too far turned over.
Yeah.
Overpulled a little.
When we caught up with him, he referenced the fact that he's basically chosen the most competitive category in the world with the 73 kilo category. It's definitely up there.
Muhammad Ozbek's second attempt, 148.
Yeah.
This would set him up for a very big third attempt if he makes this.
Kilo shy of his best. Can he hold it?
Looks like a good lift. Wow.
I mean, his speed really is something else.
Yeah. You know, he's not traditionally known as a great snatcher or really more known for his clean and jerk, but
absolutely
in this session, he is doing a pretty good job hanging with everyone else in the snatch. I mean, he is the current third place snatch so far.
Yep, third behind 2 athletes in the B group. He's obviously leading this session. Still 3 athletes left to open. Andreev Bozidar Andreev from Bulgaria, Ritvasu Harris from Latvia, Mirko Zani, who returns from injury. We haven't seen him compete in a year.
Nice snatch.
That's the one.
Yep. It's always nice to see the Albanians make a lift there.
Same weight, 148 kilos. For USA, Caden Kahoy.
Okay, this is 148 for Caden Gahoy. Huge lift for him. I believe his best internationally before today was 140.
Yep.
So this would be a 8-kilogram personal record for him.
Yeah, 143 he said was the most he's hit in training recently.
Wow.
In 2024. So
This
the
is
144 was already a new one for him. He said he's just really been focusing on power and technique whilst making sure to not neglect his maximal strength as well.
See how that plays out for him here. Third attempt, 148. Ten seconds on the clock. No, just a bit too heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can be too disappointed with that second attempt. That was pretty good.
I mean, right now he's ahead of Ryan.
Yes,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
he would love to be the #1 ranked 73 in the USA. Because it has been this man, Ryan Grimson, for a couple of years at least.
Yep.
Since CJ Cummings exited the category after the Olympic Games. I believe CJ's supposed to be competing here. Is that right?
I've heard that, yeah.
89s? I think
yeah, it's an 89. Which would add more interest and intrigue to that session.
Yeah. What a session that one's going to be. So this is a international record for Ryan if he makes it. Oh, that was really right there.
Really went for that. You could see how far he ducked under that.
He does duck under. That's a good way of saying it. The way he pulls under and really commits to getting himself back in front of the bar is pretty inspiring.
Yeah, he really lets that upper back kind of collapse and drops the chest.
Does a Krastev.
Yeah. Yep.
Rounds the spine just to find the extra depth. Look at this. Oh, so close.
Yeah, just bouncing a little bit at the bottom and moves the bar forward just a little too much.
So we're going to get to the opening range of the last three lifters now at 150. Bozidar will be the first out, the Bulgarian. He's been looking extremely good in training. It feels like weeks ago that we first watched him in the training hall, but can only have been 4 or 5 days ago now.
Huge.
He made 140 for a power snatch.
A huge applause from the crowd. The crowd's, I would say, well over double the size he's been for any other session now.
Yeah.
Maybe even triple the size. He is a certain crowd favorite for sure.
He's made 90% of all of his opening snatch attempts. He's competed 23 times internationally. This is his 24th. Pretty good success rate.
Oh, just cut it a little bit there.
Yeah, hop back a touch.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
In this class, no one really can give up an inch because that 1 or 2 kilos could push you off that Olympic qualifying list.
Well, these three who haven't opened, they are the three who are in slightly better positions. Andrea's #7 in the world right now. So whilst he's not totally safe because 7th through to 12th is only separated by 6 kilos, but at least he could have a bad day here and still remain in the top 10 most likely. Is the defending champion, Coach Andruskovics.
Oh, beautiful lift.
Okay, he's in really nice shape here.
Wow.
Good lift.
Yeah, he's in phenomenal shape.
Yeah.
That was an excellent snatch.
Same weight, 150 kilos on the bar. Now,
Now Mirko Zani. You know, Mirko, potentially, probably the third Italian male athlete to qualify for the Olympics. Sergio Masuda is certainly in at number 2 in the world. Antonio Pizzolatto is in. And right now, Mirko Zani is only just in. If he can improve on his best total, he'll feel a lot safer.
Oh, beautiful snatch.
Yeah.
That was really solid.
Yeah. You know, he looked potentially a little slower to lock out on his left than normal, but the power that he had in that left was pretty incredible. Oh wow, look at that.
Let's make some noise!
Just like that, we've had 3 attempts at 150 already, and it's looped back to Bozhidar. Huge amount of support in the crowd for this man. It's the home European Championships.
Bozhidar opening at 150. Just hop back from last one. Beautiful second attempt. He has quite a bit more in him for sure. What a strong lift.
Remains on the bar. 4 turkey lifters. Mohamed Furkan Ezbek.
All right, here comes Özbek. Özbek 150 on a third. We saw him in the training hall make this. If he hits this, he's in a great position to take a shot at a 340 total.
Yeah, this is massive. It's what he hit in the training hall 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. He's done that.
Oh, this is the perfect day.
Yes,
I told you he was fired up. You can just see it. It means
in
so much to him.
Great shape right now. You could tell it. He is pumped up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's sat there like a sitting duck at number 10 in the world rankings at 334. So with all these athletes chasing him, he's saying, chase me all you want, but I'm making moves as well.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, what a phenomenal snatch for Mohamed Özbek.
So who's going to do what? So Ritvars and Mirko have put 153 in. Bozhidar will bump up to probably the same.
And we have a change. 153 kilos on the bar, please.
So this is 153 would bring out Sahara's.
All 4 of them have asked for 153. That will change gradually, but that's amazing.
Yeah, both of them, Ritvars and Mirko Zani, both in a decent spot on the list.
Mirko really has some shoulders on him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Let's see how he does. This is 2 kilos shy of his best. Oh.
Yeah.
Just the overpull.
Yeah, not a good position there. You know, he missing that lift, missing any lift, obviously, it just leaves you wide open.
Third, last attempt. Representing Albania, Brike Zaya.
Okay, here comes Brike and Caldra.
53 for Bricking. Yeah, just forward.
God, it was right there.
Yeah, it's a bit short, and he hopped back, which makes it a bit tougher to actually lock that bar behind the head.
But you know, I mean, he was providing
close.
upward pressure from under the bar, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
it's not like he never got under it. He was under pushing, trying to slow the bar. But like you said, he was just in front and he had his head just behind the bar, and it's just not a good position. So Bozhidar?
Bozhidar goes up.
Yep.
Oh, Bozhidar's making a change.
Bozhidar's going up.
Representing Italy.
It's going to bring out
154 probably.
Mirko Zani now.
Oh, Bozhidar's going 55.
Yeah, I think he doesn't
want to faff around.
Well, I think he wants to win this in his hometown.
And
he doesn't want to leave anything.
That silly miss at 50.
Yeah.
When he made it, it probably felt so comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It looked comfortable.
Yeah, that almost looked like it could have been an opener. I mean, which was an opener, but looked like it could have been maybe a last warm-up.
I think that's the one. Now,
Mirko
I watched from the
Zani.
side. What was the front angle like?
I didn't see the front angle either, but he's got 3 whites.
He's got 3 whites. No problems with that. What a way to return to international competition. I mean, he's feeling, you know, very similarly, just like Mohamed Ozbek, really, because, you know, he's number 9 in the world. He's only a kilo ahead of Ozbek's 10th in the world, so he's just in as much peril and danger from the chasing athletes as, you know, as Ozbek. This is probably the most comfortable man in the field because he's 4th in the world. He's 100% going, well, you can't say 100%. He's going to go to the Olympics, we assume. And really, he's here now to defend his title. He doesn't need to get caught up in the rankings game that these other athletes below him are going to be considering.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to take lifts for ranking positions. He only has to take lifts for medal positions.
Oh,
But that's
wow.
too much.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
No, he looked so strong in his opener.
Well, that leaves the battle now between Bozhidar and Ritvars here. The two of them, each with 1 attempt left. Andrei Bozhidar has 155 entered. Ritvar Saharovs has 154 on the board.
Oh, you know, they all went for 53 because of the 152 snatch by Omar.
In the B session.
In that B session. Omar Javadov, the athlete from Azerbaijan. 152, 166. I think that's doing a Rybakov there, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over 90%. Now you can see a little bit of what they do in the back room. Here's Bozhidar hitting a 120 snatch just to stay warm. As sharp and crisp as ever.
So Mirko Zani's going for the 154 again, it looks like.
Yeah. No, Mirko Zani's done. You mean Ritvars?
What did I say?
You said Mirko.
Oh, my bad.
I think. Everybody at home knows, but we have no idea.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Ritvars is taking 154 for sure.
Yeah. There he goes.
I must have misspoke.
This to go from 4th to 1st. And then Bozhidar just wants that last attempt, doesn't he? He wants the energy.
Yeah, I think so. This puts him in the lead in the snatch. Beautiful lift. There it is.
That guy is just such a stud. What an athlete. He's so strong. His lockout's so good.
Phenomenal lifting there.
Yeah, you don't get crisper than Ritvars Saharovs. Gosh, that was nice. Okay, Andrea Bozhidar, a home crowd. The home crowd advantage. He's got a lot more support for him than anyone else has. Here we go, 155. The yellows are on the bar. We've not seen anyone snatch the yellows yet.
Huge lift here. This moves Andrei Bozidar into first. You take the lead and you win gold in the snatch.
He's made most of the third attempt snatches of his career.
Beautiful
and he
lift.
continues to make his third attempt snatches.
Wow.
Everybody is on their feet. Even the loaders are standing up and jumping around.
The crowd goes absolutely wild for that lift.
Awesome. What a lift. What a moment.
Incredible.
You know, if he ever wanted to bump up his rankings from 7th in the world to higher, today's the day after a snatch like that. His coach, there's no well done. It's come on. We've got to keep going. Don't lose your head too soon.
What an incredible lift.
Look at that. Oh, he had more as well.
Yeah. I mean,
more.
he was supposed to take that probably on his second attempt.
Yeah. Gosh,
So,
that's a nice lift.
An incredibly competitive snatch session there.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, this is going to require, ideally, for us to spend a little bit of time going through each athlete. We'll go through the order right now, but then maybe going through how things look in terms of Olympic qualifying. Just from this session, the gold medal in the snatch goes to Andrei Bozidar Andreev, 155. The silver to Ritva Suhares, 154, and the bronze to Mirko Zani, 153. In fourth is actually Omed from the B session, 152. But if we look at how everybody's doing, so Mohamed Ozbek, he snatched 150. That's a personal best. He currently sits at 10th in the world at 335. So all he needs is 185. He won't move up a spot because the two athletes above him have 335. But at least he adds an extra kilo of difficulty to all the chases. Really, he wants to do something like 190, which will give him a 340 and move him up into 7th ahead of Andrei Bozidar. That is, if Bozidar doesn't do more, because he's just done 155. If he does a 190, that's 345. That puts him in third.
That's amazing.
And then there's Mirko Zani, who's at 153 in the snatch. He's currently number 9 in the world at 335. Okay. So if he wants, 336, I've done too much maths in my head. What would he need? He needs 183 basically to bump up even just slightly. Let's find out. And then you've got another chasing athlete. You've got Max Lang, who just snatched well. We've got Ryan Grimsland. Can you do that for me, Bulgaria? There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, this is a
I hope
very...
we're explaining it well enough.
It's just such a tight class. It's impossible to say where this is going to go because everybody is moving around. It could even be that the list ends up just being, lift for lift, jockeying around that top 10 in the OQR list.
Yeah.
I mean, in this session alone, so many of these athletes are potentially going to move up in multiple spots, especially with the kind of snatching we just saw.
Yeah, I'm actually looking into the crowd. I always like sort of trying to spot the lifters. Okay, I see Solfrid Coanda. Normally if you see one, you see multiple with them.
Yeah.
We've got world champion Solfrid Coanda. We've got European champion Samuel Gasparian. I tell you who I can't see is Carlos Nassar, and I thought he might come because of all of the Bulgarian athletes, Bozidar's probably his closest friend. But again,
knowing Carlos, though, he might be working out right now.
Well, he's done 2 heavy sessions today. I wouldn't be shocked if he did a third, despite competing in under 48 hours. I mean, his training today was...
It's absurd.
We've genuinely never had anything like it. What he did today.
Not in these times. Not in
these times.
Contemporary times.
He went extremely heavy twice yesterday, and then he came in today and went just as heavy, but more times.
Yeah.
Like for more repetitions. Absolutely incredible. So one of the values of being in a full stadium like this is that during the 10-minute interval, spectators can just step out into the sort of the ring of corridors that go around the stadium, and they've got access to drinks, they've got access to popcorn apparently. I don't know why popcorn is the food of the competition, but it certainly is. I've not had any yet. I don't know about you.
I have not, no.
No.
There's the man of the hour right now.
55. Great lift.
So strong.
163 is his all-time best, but he did that as an 81 kilo lifter.
You know, he looked good for 160 today.
He did.
That was so strong.
Yeah.
The first one, just a fluke. Just cut it a little bit and missed. Came back and made easy work of it. And then that 155 we just saw.
I mean, we just had a tremendous battle at the Asian Championships a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, in that 73 kilo category between the two Indonesian athletes, the world number one, Rahmat Owen Abdullah, and the guy who's, you know, he's actually got the second biggest total of every weightlifter, Rizky Jinsia. Of course, he's not ranked in the top 10 because you can't have more than one athlete per country. But if you could, he'd be number 2. They both out-snatched what we just saw today. Rizky hit 158, Rahmat hit 159. In the clean and jerk, Rizky hit 195. I mean, that 353 in the total is just simply extraordinary.
Yeah, it's humongous.
And then Rahmat hit 2 back-to-back world records, 202 and then 204 for a 363 total. That is untouchable.
Yeah, the 204 is a wild number.
That's a wild number.
204 at 73 is just...
Yeah, you know, we talk about...
huge.
What do we... I mean, Shiziong did 198.
Yeah.
Lao Hui did 198 as a 69. But
That's
204
right.
and 73, you know, these are similar numbers now. We're getting back to those older numbers.
I mean, the most comparable class would have been 75, but...
he's nowhere near that.
Well,
215.5.
it was a very different era.
Yeah. It's a different time.
215.5, yeah.
When was that? Was that 88, 80? I mean, when would he have done that?
I want to say
215.5.
before 88. It was maybe 87, 86.
A long time ago.
Yeah, and then if you maybe move up a bit to the 77s, but that's you're now 4 kilos over that weight class, so it's quite a bit different.
You know, I was actually looking at, I was thinking about, you know, Carlos Nassar, he's going for this 400 kilo total.
Yeah.
Or so we hear. And he's going to do it in a category that isn't 90 kilos or more.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, when was the last time someone did that? Here's what I think it is. I think it was, so someone weighing actually under 90 kilos, it would have been Viktor Solodov, but he was in the 90 kilo category. So if we look, and that was in the 1984, if we look at somebody who was in a category that started with an 8, it's actually Yurik Vardanyan was the last person who competed in a category that started with an 8 who totaled 400 kilos or more. And now it's going to be Carlos. And Yurik did it in 1984. And it's going to be...
That's a remarkable feat.
Yeah, 40 years later, Carlos does it.
He has to do it first, but...
He has to do it first, and he weighs 5-6 kilos more than Vardanyan did. So you cannot compare anyone to Vardanyan, really.
No.
Except for Lasher. That's the only living weightlifter who you can really make that comparison
with.
But even so, I mean, you've got all of these athletes from the 83 kilo category, the 85 kilo category, and the 89s up until now, who have tried and failed. You know, Peros didn't do it.
Wow.
You know, it's remarkable. We had Alexei Petrov did it in the 91 kilo category.
Yes. Yeah, Petrov was very good.
Yeah. Kinosh Rostami totaled 396 kilos in the 85. I'm not saying that these aren't necessarily less impressive. I mean, 396 at 85 is better than 400 at 89. But still, just hitting that sort of 400 is
yeah, the 400 mark is so big. That's extraordinary.
Yeah. So he's in with a shot. He's in with a chance.
Yeah, anything in the, if he snatches in the 175 plus range,
Then it's dangerous.
he's got a shot at it.
Yeah.
75, 225.
I mean, the records that he's told us that he's hit in training recently are so...
You
they're
can't even
almost
say
so
them.
unbelievable, I'm not going to say
You
them.
can't even say them because
No.
I don't think, I mean, you and I have probably heard
Every weightlifter
yeah, we've
who's
probably
ever
heard
made up a...
every story there is.
Yeah, we have.
Well, not every story. We've
If
heard,
a story exists, someone's told us.
Yeah, we've heard so many stories combined, the two of us,
This
that when we hear
this and that,
we hear numbers and we both look at each other with a skeptical grin.
The number of people who told me that such and such is clean and jerk 280,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and this athlete did it, and this person doubled 275, and you just think, did this really happen? You know?
Well, you have another phenomenon that exists as well, which is the lifts that never happen, but were, you know, oh well, this guy did he clean and jerked 250,
but he was good for 275.
He looked good for 255, then he put 260 on the bar, and it's just, you know, and then it turns into so and so could have done a 510 total or something. It's just, it just gets out of control.
Oh, it does. It really does.
But he's got a chance to try. We'll see it on Saturday.
I mean, the one we were talking about earlier was Vyacheslav Klokov, who supposedly did a front squat plus jerk at 270 as a 110 kilo lifter.
Yeah.
And then a 275 jerk. I'm not saying these things didn't happen, but also...
Well, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
But, I mean, there were no phones, you know?
I mean, you know.
Who knows if social media was around in the 80s, what gems we would have access to.
Right, that's true. Well, the real question is, what kind of TikTok following would Zakharayevich have had?
Is that the real question?
Alexiev's, Vasily Alexiev's
he'd have had
Instagram account would have been blowing up.
Yeah.
First attempt, representing Germany.
Okay, so we're back on. This is the...
Max Lang opening this session here at 175.
It's a little low, but... So this is the clean and jerk portion of the men's 73 kilo A group. We're coming to you live from Sofia, Bulgaria. This is, of course, the 2024 European Weightlifting Championships. 175, Max Lang. So this will put him at 322 kilos in the total. He'll need to do a lot more after this to improve his placing or even approach the top 10 in the world.
Yeah. You know, it's a smarter move, too, to give himself a little bit of a runway to get some momentum here. 175 would be very strong clean.
And his footwork in the jerk is always exceptional. Beautiful
jerk.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
In terms of how to jerk, you'd struggle to find a better athlete as a demo.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. Does he take some bigger jumps to be aggressive here and try to make a huge total? Does he go for a medal? We'll see.
My thoughts would be that he might go to 184.
Yeah, I could see that as a final.
That would move up his... I mean, that would give him a new best in the total for this quad. Maybe that's something he's thinking about. I don't know.
176 kilos on the bar, please.
You know, this is also an interesting class because basically everybody on the list is going to go.
What do you mean?
Well, there's no real, you know, athletes listed here that would move, you know, whereas we've seen other classes with this list where maybe someone's not going to be there, right?
I see.
It's
maybe
essentially
Shi Ziyong.
Yeah, the one person would be Shi Ziyong.
He's the only one who might not get selected.
But yeah, outside of him, it seems it's pretty locked in. This is the group that we're going to see at the Olympic Games.
From all the conversations I've heard from coaches and athletes at these international competitions, really for Team China, the selection is between Shi Ziyong and the 289s.
Yeah.
Which of those three do they send? Seems like Li Fabin and Liu Huanhua are pretty locked in at 61 and 102.
Yeah.
Here's Bernardin, first attempt now, 177.
He's got that real slow pull and.
Oh, can he hold it? Those elbows, he can.
Yeah, you know, it looks like it's not locked out because his elbows don't lock out as much as some people, but
they just stop extending.
Yeah, I mean that's about as far as they go, and you know, he's got no shortage of muscle to hold that bar overhead.
You know, whenever I see 177 loaded and we're at this sort of body weight, I feel like it's worth always mentioning that Liu Xiaojun snatched that as a 77. You know, it's just...
I mean, there's levels to this, right? It's just crazy.
Well, you know, I've said this before, when you keep zooming out year for year and you sort of look at who are the biggest names that you can still see, if you zoom all the way out and you're just looking at decades, his name is there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ritvar's now 177 opener.
And this is smart for Ritvars.
Whoa.
Wow, that was mistimed.
That was unexpected.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
actually, we're very heavy.
Yeah.
77 in the 73 category. Everyone's opening pretty high up.
I mean, there's a 5 kilo, well, 10 kilo spread if you include that 185.
Yeah.
Of Ozbek. We know he's going to be the heaviest opener. He's done a 190 clean and jerk. But
well, what's great for him is that opener increases his total.
Yes.
His best ever total.
Exactly. Yeah, he snatched so well.
5 kilo. Yeah, he's in a really fortunate position.
Yeah, I mean, we have a very tight spread. I mean, it's 175 to 180 for every lifter,
except
and then
for
Ozbek at 185.
Yeah.
That has to be the tightest spreads we've seen.
Yeah, it's so competitive.
Yeah.
And also, I can't imagine how tough it is right now for the coaches in the back room.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how do you know when to warm up? How do you know when you're coming out?
Well, the other thing...
now, then everyone bumps up a kilo.
Exactly.
And come out in 20 minutes.
Yep. There's the U.S. lifter lifting as an extra, Caden Kahoy. And then we have Piotr Kudlaskic.
Be ready to follow.
Yeah, Ritvar's is a great snatcher. This 177 clean and jerk would give him a pretty good position just in this competition alone as the Europeans. But he's definitely got to fight for that medal. I mean, you know, if Ozbek makes his opener, I mean, he could wipe everybody out here. We'll see.
I don't know. I think Bojidal's got something big.
I agree.
77. It's a better clean. And, of course, it's...
Whoa.
It's a better jack, but it's not what he wanted. But
yeah.
But, you know, what we saw yesterday in the women's 59s, an Olympic category, was that all those athletes who were in the low sort of 7s to 15 were all so concerned about getting to the top 10 that they didn't even look at the European rankings.
Yes.
They just weren't taking the lifts that were required to get medals. They were only caring about getting a better position. And so that can happen here with Mirko Zani, Mohamed Ozbek, Andrea Bozidar. They're all in the top 10, but none of them are safe.
Yeah.
Whereas Ritvars is safe. So they might all start putting in massive lifts, missing lifts.
That's true.
And Ritvars, you never know, 177, 154, he's at 331. That's massive. That might already give him a bronze medal.
That's a great point. Yeah, you know, he might even be in a spot here where there could be some potential, you know, catastrophic attempt selection here. I mean, we saw it at the last session. We talk about this a lot. There's basically...
But you know, they're the right attempts.
They are the right
attempts. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
But they feel catastrophic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we saw a 9 kilo personal record attempt in the 59.
That's true. It was crazy. Piotr here. Oh, a tough stand. 178. Nope, that jerk does look heavy. You know, that recovery on the clean it just eats your energy. By the time you get to the top, there's nothing left.
Well, he said that his best clean and jerk, sort of recently, was 180 kilos. 178 is heavy.
That's a massive opener.
Yeah.
2 kilos from your best.
He's also suffered a lot of serious injuries. He said that the tendon tore off a bit of the bone of his left shoulder.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's not
Yeah,
good.
that's severe. I wonder if he had that operated on. All right.
He's had a reconstruction of his ACL. So he's had a lot of problems.
Been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Yep, this is exactly what we were talking about. We see a lot of changes here. Let's look at the scoreboard. Yeah,
so we have 4 athletes who want to open at 180.
Yeah, we have
5, sorry.
Yeah.
And one of them wants 181. And there's another one, 2 180s on the second attempt.
I think we're going to see. I mean, the lifters went around in a circle all the way back to Piotr.
So we're at 180.
Nope, he's moved
now
too.
Has been loaded. Now let's
Everybody
see what
wants 180 at least.
I think Bojidar can come out and take this if he wants it.
Yeah, this would be a smart move for him.
No, he's making a change.
Wow.
So Bojidar bumps to, we're waiting to find out, 181.
Yep.
So Brickhead now at 180. Does he come out? He does. He is coming out.
Caljo did make 148 in the snatch.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's been known to make some clean and jerks.
Trying to remember the last meet we saw him.
What, saw him make a clean and jerk, or just saw him?
Well, I think just saw him.
Worlds.
Beautiful clean.
He didn't make one there, though. But today,
he's got it.
He holds still, he gets it.
Look at that.
Brilliant.
He's got a total.
Yeah, great stuff for
That's
Brickhead.
the first Albanian total we've seen in a while. They have struggled a bit in the past.
Yeah. Okay, Yusuf Genç.
Okay, this will be interesting to see. Based on what we saw in the snatch, what we've seen in the training hall, he has struggled a bit with this weight.
This very weight. You know, he pulled on it 7 different times. Got himself hyped up every time and couldn't go under it. Just pulled it, you know, to the hip and had to let go. And that has to be impacting his mindset right now.
Yeah. Getting focused.
That's much better.
Beautiful clean.
He goes straight into it.
Look at that.
That's the thing. He looks so strong. It shows again. We saw this a couple of days ago, how strong the mind is.
Look at that. He's a new man now.
Relieved.
You know, through force of will, he just made that happen.
Yeah.
You guys saw him in the training hall maybe pull on a weight like that 6 times or so.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes to show how mental this sport really is.
Right.
It's just you versus the barbell. You know, you can't intimidate it. You can't trick it.
No.
It's all you.
So it was supposed to be Mirgozani, but he's bumped up to 183, so that's going to put up Caden Kahoy, 180. This equals his international best. His 7th international competition. He's only ever missed 1 opening clean and jerk. But none have been anywhere near as heavy as this.
7 seconds.
That's nice.
Yeah, very strong clean. And an easy jerk.
Yeah, he's very fast in the jerk.
Yeah, very talented lifter.
Oh, yeah.
He is strong.
Remaining with the same lift, with the same weight, 180 kilos.
Do you know who his full-time coach is?
I don't know. Yeah,
You know, he's
I'm
got
not sure.
Spencer helping out there, but I don't believe he's a.
Yeah, we haven't
Pound Grace
seen
athlete.
all of the U.S. personal coaches
No,
show
no.
up here. So Taylor Wilkins didn't have her personal coach yesterday. I think because it's not necessarily the most critical meet for them, they didn't make the trip. Here's Max Lang. Second attempt, 180. Taking the 5 kilo jump. Oh, better clean than his
Yeah.
first. And the jerk, too.
Yeah, I mean his jerks
Yeah.
are somewhat misleading because they look so great, but they look great until they suddenly don't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make a confirmation about Caden Coy. It says FL Elite, Florida
Oh,
Elite.
Florida
Is that
Elite.
a gym?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
it's a conglomerate club down in Florida.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to venture a guess as to who it is, but I have a suspicion I would know who his coach is.
Is it any of these people? Oh, here we go. Caden Cahoy's coach is his dad, Chad Cahoy.
Okay.
Yep. That's good to know.
Well, he's done a good job.
Yeah. Appreciate the heads up. That was a comment came through the live chat. If you're interested in talking weightlifting, we do have a live chat going on the. I think you probably have to be on desktop to access that rather than. Actually, no. I think you can get it on the phone. Maybe not on your smart TV.
Might be a little cumbersome with the remote.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. Although you can speak into your remotes these days on a Fire Stick, you know. So maybe
Maybe.
a lot of autocorrect. I don't know. Here's
Classic.
180 for Piotr.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is getting heavy.
that was just too much.
I don't know if you've noticed, Max. Almost every athlete is running the clock to the final 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, these are huge weights. You know, I wonder if they're trying to just buy as much time as
Yeah.
they can.
I just feel like I sing more than I've almost ever seen it.
Yeah, actually, I will say even throughout the competition, we've seen some athletes mistaking the clock or running
Yeah.
out in the last 30 seconds, not knowing what's going on.
But there are 3 athletes in this session who make it a feature of all of their lifts. And then
Yeah.
it also seems to be happening to other athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, that weight just was too heavy.
You know, Caden does it. I think Mohamed Ozbek does it. Bernardin does it. I mean, he does it down to 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
In fact, he does it so much that when the clock says 8, his coach yells. When the clock says 10, his coach yells 8. And then so you've only got 8 seconds. And then when the clock says 5, his coach yells 3, which is 3. So he's just, even he's nervous that Bernardin's not going to make the lift. So he's constantly trying to say,
Yeah.
you've got less time than you think.
You know, some athletes really like that. They like
Yeah,
that when they have that sort of rush of adrenaline, they have to just go at that 1 second, 2 seconds. It helps.
Kakakakis really used to do it
Yeah.
a little bit.
Playing chicken with the clock.
Yeah. The clock never swerves.
No, it never loses.
Okay, here comes Piotr. I mean, this is just,
Wow,
this has looked heavy.
he's trying again.
Yeah, this has looked pretty heavy every time. The 178, 180.
You know, he's not doing anything particularly wrong. He just
Right.
he needs to be more powerful.
Yeah.
You know, can he fire himself up a little bit more? Does he have more? Can he dig deeper for it? Wow, he racks it. Just can't get up.
I wonder if it was an elbow touch as well, actually.
It probably would have been, yeah.
Because he has very vertical shins.
We heard the buzzer go off.
Yeah.
But great attempt. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't fault him for that.
181 kilo on the bar, please.
So we've looped back round now to Bojadar, who was the first athlete to go from 180 and bump up. So let's actually take a look. What does Bojidar sort of need to improve his rankings? He had 338, that's his best total. So this won't do it. The 184 will increase his best ever total as a 73. So this is an opener. This is, you know, maybe going to put him, well, it will certainly put him at the front of the pack. And then all of his following attempts will improve his Olympic ranking spot.
Yeah, so give him 336, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, big clean.
Watch how his hands move.
He is ferocious.
You know, sometimes you see an athlete compete and they have almost like an extra bit of speed at the explosive portion of every lift, and he just seems like he has it. You know, as he catches the bar and he racks the bar and stands up in the clean, he accelerates as he stands.
Yeah, he is phenomenal.
He's very athletic. He's exceptionally well drilled.
Next lifter, Max Lang.
You know, one of the funny things about him actually is watching him visually, you think, wow, technique is just unbelievable. When you see him slow down, you wouldn't teach it.
Nah, it's a little rougher,
but he moves so quick, you just can't see it.
I mean, he just worked through that like it was nothing.
Nothing. I've heard Americans say he made that look like cheesecake before. I don't quite know why.
I've never heard that.
Smooth, maybe? I don't know.
Tart?
Or like, you know, someone makes a good lift, and Americans sometimes they just say the word cheesecake. Have you not heard that? That's a weightlifting thing. I've heard that before.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that very often.
Someone hits an easy lift, and the teammate goes, "Oh, cheesecake."
Huh?
Yeah, someone will have to explain that one to us at some point.
Here's Grimsland, 182.
Massive opener for him. This will tie him up with Caden's total. He's got strong legs, but he was rocked back on the heel there.
He sometimes struggles overhead. Oh, that was
Not with
smooth.
that
That
one.
was great. Yeah.
And what's good is that he did that after a for him, technically not great clean.
Yeah, he has
so
a little
he tidies that up.
hop backwards, and his feet are a little bit off time. One first, then the other.
Right.
But he seems to have cleaned up that overhead position quite a bit. We've seen him twist before, and that was great.
Yeah, that was really nice. Burner down will be up next. A 5 kilo jump for him from 77 to 182. Let's see how he does here.
He's a little bit slower in the clean. Here he is running the clock down, 6 seconds.
Oh, wow,
that was a
catches
good
that
one.
bounce so nicely. Oh, it's off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's twisting a bit. He couldn't get that locked out.
He's tremendously strong, but he can't hold a bar when it's like that.
Same weight for Bojidar.
You know, watching this session, seeing these weights on the bar already, my mind is telling me these are third attempts, but
right.
a lot of these are seconds.
Yeah, we've still got a couple of openers as well. Mirko Zani, 183. Mohamed Ozbek, 185.
For the last attempt, representing France, Bernard.
So
Oh,
what do you
wow,
think he'll
I
do?
think
It might be a bit much to follow himself.
Yeah, he ended up getting his clock stolen. It's back on him at 182.
I think...
I mean,
Okay, so I'm pretty confident that he can go up because 183 is exactly the weight that Mirko Zani needs to bump up his Olympic spot. So Mirko Zanni's definitely going to open at 183 because that puts him at 336.
Yeah, Zanni will take 183.
Yeah, 336 moves him from 9th to 8th.
Although
so he's going to take that.
We don't see Mirko Zanni anywhere there in the staging area.
No.
You can see on the screen.
But Bernardin's not made the bump up, so I guess he doesn't need to come over yet. I'd be stunned if Mirko didn't open up at 183. It just seems like such a good move for him.
Yeah.
Puts him in a great spot in the total. Yeah, he's right there. So he'll be out after this. Well, imagine being able to improve your Olympic ranking on your opener.
Yeah.
Although it's not a normal opener for him. That's the thing. It's a very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Let's try and improve our best ever total kind of opener. All right, let's see how he does. That last clean was really good.
Yeah, he didn't have more than a minute and 20 seconds.
No.
Between these.
Takes his time, 15 seconds. He'll run this clock down. 10. 5. He's up.
He's getting it.
Oh, it's the
got to
same
fight
thing,
with it. He's got to fight with it.
Honestly, the strength overhead to stop that bar from falling off to the side.
3 whites.
How
what a lift.
did he do it?
What a lift. That is incredible.
Lotus, 183 kilos on the bar.
I don't think he knows how he did it.
Yeah.
What a lift. So that's 324 kilos for Bernardin. Here comes Mirko Zanni. 183, coupled with his 153, that puts him at 336, which, I mean, this just goes to show how important the rankings are compared to the totals here, because this equals the #1 spot. It's going to move him into second. 1 more kilo and he'd move ahead of Bozidar. But he doesn't care because he's just thinking about the Olympics right now.
Yep. Oh, no.
This is what we saw yesterday. I mean, in the women's 59s. These athletes who are in a perilous situation with the Olympics, all they care about is let's just open at that weight and give it a go. It's absolutely insane what this qualifying procedure has done to the Continentals.
Yeah.
It's made the prestige of a European Championships irrelevant, and it's just become an opportunity to go to the Olympics.
There's a lot at stake too, and one thing we haven't ever even talked about, but you know, the reality of fielding an Olympic team for some of these sports might be the most critical thing. If they don't send anyone to the Olympics, they may lose some kind of funding from, you know, national governing body.
Yeah, they definitely get their funding purely because of the Olympics.
You know, it's a lot of pressure on these athletes to succeed, to get into the top 10, to be on the Olympic team.
Yeah. Yeah, they've spent a lot of money, the Italians, on this weightlifting team, and they definitely want to see a return on it in Paris.
Also goes up. We are back to the same lifter. Mirko Zanni, second attempt.
Yep, just lost his 2-minute clock.
Who, it was Ryan Grimson stole it. Or Travis Mash, or whoever made the call.
Yep.
So Ryan's bumped from 83 to 85.
It's got to be a bit frustrating.
Mirko's down to a minute. But you know what? It was only a pull. So
yeah.
It's not that bad. He lost his 2-minute clock, but he probably didn't need it.
You know, we saw Yusuf Genç overcome it.
Yeah. Oh, that's
There it is. Oh.
Well, now he knows he can get under it.
Yeah.
So the third time.
Yeah, he just needs this one lift at this point. I mean,
one more chance.
You know, the question is now, does he bump to 84 to buy time?
Yeah.
And yeah, he is.
You could see there's head coach Sebastiano was almost didn't look annoyed. He looked calm and happy.
Yeah.
Just, it's okay, Mirko. We've got this.
Yeah.
You've got one more time. You're in the top 10. We're just improving it.
Yeah.
So
Mirko Zanni's a lifter who seems like he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders too.
Yeah. And this is what I was saying about Ritvas, his opener. You know, he could well be because he's actually competing at the Europeans.
Yeah.
He's not in this Olympic race because he's so secure. So here he is just taking attempts, and he's in a medal position right now.
He won it for the first time last year.
Yeah, this is for the lead from second.
Oh, very nice
Oh,
pull.
it's too
But
heavy, yeah.
you know, that was a great pull.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit off timing. Maybe he could bounce better, get a little bit more rebound out of the bottom, and get some speed into the top.
Well, he peaked for Doha
Yeah.
at the Grand Prix in December. And then his next goal was, let's lift well in Thailand. But this European Championships for him is more of a, we're just going to train through it and turn out.
So Mirkozani stayed at 183. That was a great call.
Yeah, he has to. It's just, it's the only important number in his mind right now.
Yeah. First attempt he pulled it. Second attempt he racked it. He's got to improve it. Too forward.
Can't do it.
It's frustrating.
Wow.
And now he's out of the Europeans as well.
Yep.
He's not in the running for a medal, so.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to see Mirkozani get bumped from 9th to 10th in the rankings here, because Mohamed Ozbek, he'll open up with the weight that switches their 9th and 10th positioning. And then him going to Thailand is going to be absolutely terrifying. He is in the target zone. Imagine that, being number 10. Oh. Okay, here's Yusuf Genç. He managed to get himself under that 180 on his opening attempt, despite having some mental blocks with it in the training hall. Wow. Straight into it.
Oh, wow. Very solid.
Yeah, he's also fired up. He's at 328 right now.
Yeah, he's in 4th.
Yeah, fifth. Drawing with a total of 4th. Bricken Kalja.
Kalja Bricken still has 2 more attempts as well. There he is.
What a crazy session.
Yeah, this is
2 athletes have bombed out already.
Wild.
In the
This is what we expected. We knew there was going to be a lot of movement.
Oh, this is great. This is Ozbek.
Yeah, here's Ozbek at 185.
So this is the first athlete to change their ranking position.
Yep, if he's successful.
If he's successful. He'll go from 10th to 9th, bumping Mirkozani from 9th to 10th.
You know, the interesting situation here is that usually when this man steps on stage, most of the lifters are done clean and jerking.
Oh, they're done.
And this isn't even.
We're not even halfway.
We've got a few. Yeah, I mean, we've got.
Or maybe we're about halfway.
Yeah, at least 25% of the lifts left. Saw him do 190 in the training hall 2 days ago.
2 days.
2 days ago.
Yeah, he won the European Championships in 2022 with a 190 clean and jerk.
Oh, very nice clean.
Oh.
He drops it behind.
Max, this is just.
He is extremely frustrated. He can't afford misses like that in the position he's in. He's in 10th.
The aggressive openers that these Olympic-bound hopeful athletes are having to make are just
I mean, we've
astonishing.
We've been seeing this so much, and it's just getting more and more pronounced the closer we get to the last competition to qualify for the Olympic Games. This is the penultimate one. It's Thailand after this, the World Cup in Thailand in April.
Okay, so Bricken Kalja, this will put him at 333. He'll be, if he makes this, his next attempt will be to get in the top 10. But for now, this is to get into 2nd place at the European Championships. Oh, it's a good clean.
Yeah. Nope.
No lift.
You have to wonder what that is. Did it feel too heavy? Did he get lightheaded?
185
Yeah, I mean,
remains on the bar.
it looked like he just terminated it. He was going to dip, and he just stopped. Didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Second.
No, this, we said it before, but this US battle, they're both at 324.
Yeah.
So Ryan's going to have to do 186 after this. He can't equal the... Well, he's going to have to do... He'd have to do 188
Yeah.
to beat Caden, if Caden makes this, which is kind of crazy.
That's a huge lift.
That's a big lift for a US 73. Do you remember what CJ's record is? I think it's maybe 194,
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, we'll take a look at that.
185 here. Big lift.
Wow,
What a lift.
What a great competitor.
Yeah.
This is more than he's hit in training. It's just, and that's just so enormous. He's having a great day.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal performance so far.
So an update, it's CJ's American record is 193. So we're not going to see a shot at that, but I mean, to have two athletes who are kind of approaching it.
And here is
Bozadar, 185. This is going to extend his lead, making him European, well, probably European champion. And also this puts him at 340, which will move him in the rankings
way up
from 7th above Shiziong and back Gio into 5th.
What ties him with 5th?
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, it doesn't improve his ranking.
No, it just, yeah, you're right. It improves his total.
Wow.
He is so on. He's looking so good.
I mean, everyone else coming out here doing these clean and jerks, making the bar look like 185 kilos. He comes out and makes it look like about 85 kilos.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Interestingly, 1 more kilo. 7th improved his total, or that lift improved his total from 338 to 340. But 2 other athletes have done 340. If he'd have just done 1 kilo more, he'd have gone from 7th in the world to 5th.
Yeah.
Bump Shiziong down to 7th.
But I mean, the strength of that lift,
He's
you
got
know,
another
he could put another 5 kilos on and put himself well into the top 3.
We'll see what he does. Max Lang now, 185.
Wow, Max Lang hanging in there.
So, seems like a strange number for Max to go for.
We're in a really odd position
Okay,
here.
Max bumped up, that's the right thing to do.
Well, Ozbek now has to come out for 86.
Yeah. Look how fired up he is. He just keeps yelling.
Yeah, he is in incredible shape.
Yeah.
He's just got to hold that lift.
He's up with it.
Same
Not
thing again.
This is happening. It happened to Mirko Zani. He opened at a new number to improve his ranking, and he bombed out. And now Ozbek has done the same thing, and he's missed his first 2 lifts. If he makes it, he moves into silver and improves his Olympic rankings. So this is interesting, Max. Other Max Lang is going for 186. The reason is this puts him at 333, which is not the top 10, but it is the number where if Shiziong doesn't get selected,
he would be
the number 11 moves into the number 10 spot.
That's a
It's
very
4D
smart
chess.
attempt for him, yeah. That's a smart attempt. You know, he's doing whatever he can. This is probably the limit of his abilities.
He's also moving into silver if he makes it.
Yeah.
From 6th to 2nd.
Wow.
He's up. He has no belt. And he can do it.
Look at that lift.
Oh, Max Lang. What
a
absolutely
phenomenal performance from Max Lang.
What a great lifter. A little salute to the crowd. He is thrilled.
Phenomenal.
333 and
Happy coach.
you have a jury stop.
Oh no.
What for?
The jury is getting actively booed here.
I think I saw it.
Is it an elbow?
Have a look here. We got it on the screen.
That left elbow's a little slow to lock out. That's
his left?
His left. And then it bobbles on the way up.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know.
It's slow to lock.
Oh,
It's
got
straight
that
and then it
hyperextension.
hyperextends a second later.
You know, that's punishing someone for an anatomical condition that.
If you know what, Max, if you're gifted a great lockout,
don't
complain about it.
It's a tax on those that have been given a great lockout.
Another thing that's
it really just what an unfortunate.
What have they done? They reversed it. They took it away. But do you know what? It actually that gave him 333, which actually didn't put him in 11th because Julio Miura has 333.
Yes. He would have been 12th.
So it would have been 12th, which when you remove Shizyong moves him into 11th. So had he done a kilo more and been given it, that could have been the lift that took him to the Olympics. But regardless, he got a press out.
It would have been it would have been a silver in the Europeans as well.
Yeah.
You know, what an unfortunate
You never see
situation.
Max Lang get called for press outs.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 330. This is for bronze because only 2 people have surpassed Roberto Gutu's total from the B session of 329. But Yusuf Genç is going to try to do that now. Yusuf Genç could out-total his teammate. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what happened to him in the training hall.
Rears its ugly head again.
Yeah. Once you get that in your head,
it's very hard.
Yeah, you need like a full training cycle to build back to those weights.
Well, here's an interesting situation. Grimsland hasn't even come out since 182.
Well,
he's asking for 87.
83 would move him ahead of. Sorry, 88 would move him ahead of Caden, but that's that's very big.
Kyle's Bricken here, 186.
This is to get 334, right? Is this?
Yeah.
Has he just snuck in?
It would be 334.
This is for 11th in the world, which might be 10th after some jostling. Oh, not again.
Yeah.
Oh, Bricken.
You know, I don't know. We don't know if it's a mental issue or if it's an injury or pain or he kind of knows. Yeah, something's not going to feel right overhead.
Okay, this is a big lift now for Ozbek.
I mean, it's do or die at this point. He has to make this lift to move that total up.
Wait, there's a stop clock. They were asking him to stop, but he can't. There we go.
It didn't change the lifter yet.
Bozidar didn't. Bozidar hadn't pumped up. If he makes this lift, he moves into 8th in the world from 10th. It's a better clean.
Yep, strongest so far.
Can he hold it?
He's fighting it.
Oh, my goodness
What a
me.
heroic move.
What a moment.
3
He's
tries
done it.
to make the clean and jerk. What an emotional finish for him.
He's done what he came here to do. He doesn't look like he's done it, but trust me.
I think he wanted a lot more than that today.
Yeah, he may have wanted a lot more, but he's done.
He did what he had to do, at
wonders.
least.
His chances of going to the Olympics just tripled. He
Yeah.
went from being the most hated man in the 73s, the most sought-after person to beat, and now he's up in 8th, which means that Mirko Zani's now in 10th.
Oh, wow.
So he's the new one to beat.
Grimsland here, 187.
Yeah.
This would put him ahead of his teammate.
No, it wouldn't. This equals it.
Yeah, he would tie his teammate, Caden Gahoy. They're not eligible for the Europeans.
Medals, no.
Yeah, they're here as extra lifters, just trying to...
They're still not in the European medal range yet, anyway. Just a little too low in the snatch. Oh, it's an elbow touch.
An elbow touch.
And a miss. Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's been... I mean, I don't know how many attempts in between 182 and 187
Yeah, I mean, that was
had, but he could have probably had almost 20 minutes there of waiting.
I mean, it might have been everybody. 82 was so...
it's
everyone,
so early on.
everyone was at 83 and above.
Yeah, I think everybody took an attempt in between his. Oh. So Bozdar Andreev is being extremely smart here.
Andre Bazador, yeah.
Because he has just won the European Championships, and now he takes just a small... Okay, the bumping
they're
up.
moving
Okay,
up.
everything I was about to say.
I think he's got... I think he's going to take
that would be so good. A 2-kilo jump would give him a 342. And 342 puts him at 4th in the world. He even moves him above Ritvas's best total. It makes him the #1 ranked European lifter in the world.
You know, he's one of those...
What's he going to do?
He's put 93 in.
Why?
That might just be a placeholder.
You know what it might be? He's just sort of thinking, I'm not having two U.S. athletes take the final attempt in my
Yeah,
house.
I 100% could see that.
He absolutely might be that kind of person.
Yeah.
There's just no way I'm letting that happen.
Yeah. Well, Grimsland's got 190. And Cahoy has 190. Look at this. 3 lifters still to come out. All 3 at 190 or above.
Okay, here comes Caden. So this, I mean, this is just uncharted territory for Caden, right? He said that the most he's hit in training is 184.
Wow.
And his international best was 180, I think.
What a competitor.
Yeah, 180. This is staggering stuff here. What a day for Caden if he makes this.
Huge lift for Caden. 7 seconds. Look at that.
Oh, he's got pushed back.
He racked it, but it pushed him onto his heels.
But you know what? 4-kilo PR in the snatch, 5 in the clean and jerk. International records for him. So if Ryan, let's say Ryan doesn't make this, we're going to assume that Bozidar is going to drop to 190. Just take the final lift.
I mean, that's an 8-kilo jump. I would be surprised to see that.
Yeah, because he's put 93 in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Ryan's got 92.
Yeah.
Why has he got 92?
I mean, who knows?
Is it?
It's a 10-kilo increase.
I feel like I have a memory of... Did he hit
it would give him
191 in... you remember at the Nationals 2022?
Would this give him 334?
No.
Yeah, it's 10 kilos.
Oh, my word.
I mean...
But what does he...
That's a Hail Mary attempt. 192.
Why is everyone going for 334?
Nah, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, 334 is not enough anymore. Things have changed.
Yeah, I mean, that might have just been old.
But also, I just have a feeling that he did 191.
Oh, it's a European record, 193.
Oh, Bozidar?
in the total.
For tonight, he already have a crown. He's already a champion. Bozhidan Andrei!
It will also make him the #2 in the world
Yeah.
behind Rahmat,
I have
who did
a
363.
suspicion this lift maybe he may smash this pretty good. Every lift up until this point he has demolished.
Silence, please.
Also, don't forget, this is his European record, by the way, that he's breaking.
Yeah.
And it will be a total record. Watch out for the backflip if he makes it.
Yeah. The speed and the power this man has are unrivaled.
In front of a home crowd.
Oh,
He's up with it.
he's just gotta settle. Look at that jerk.
My word.
He's done it.
Andrei Bozhidan is the European champion. A European record in the clean and jerk and the total, a backflip, and he goes from #7 in the world rankings all the way to #2. The whole crowd is chanting. They're on their feet, chanting in unison.
What an
Bulgari,
incredible
they say.
performance.
I mean, that was the ending
Phenomenal
we
lifting.
wanted. That session had it all. You know, it had personal records, it had continental records, it had bomb outs, it had upsets. Unbelievable. The gold medal in the total to Bozhidan Andreev. So 348 he has?
Yeah, he's in
Okay, it's #3 in the world.
third.
I thought it was #2. It's #3 in the world. In silver medal, Mohammed Ozbek, 336, 150, 186, 336 total. He's moved up in the world rankings. Ritfast Harris, Max, we said it. When he came out early, we said, why is he out early?
Yeah.
He's playing the European game. He gets a bronze medal,
Yeah.
sneaks it.
Smart man.
331. Brickham Kalja took 5th. The runner-up actually in 4th. Roberto Gutu from Germany from the B session, 151, 178. We had 2 bomb outs in that session. Piotr Koslazik from Poland and Mirko Zani from Italy. Mirko Zani is now the man who's being chased. He's #10 ranked weightlifter in the world in this category. The 2 US athletes lifted pretty well. Caden Kahoy, 4 for 6, 329 and personal best in both lifts. Ryan Grimson, 142, 182, 324 kilo total. What a crazy end to the 73 kilo category. Is Andreev emotional? That's the side of Andreev you don't see too often.
Yeah, that man right there is
legend.
Unstoppable.
A European legend.
That performance was one for the ages.
It was big. It was big. Okay, well, we're going to wrap this broadcast up now. Well, the commentary side of things. We'll keep the live stream going so you can watch him atop the podium. But from me and Max, that's it. Just a quick one. We will be back tomorrow. Why will we be back tomorrow? Well, we have 2 more A sessions. We have the women's 71s. Oh, my word. Olivia Reeves, Meredith Alwyn, apparently Julia Miserandino, even though she's not here, so don't hold out for her. Loredana Toma, Sarah Davies, Lisa Marie Schweitzer, Celia Gold. It's just a stack session. There's more athletes on top of that, so you don't want to miss that. We've also got the men's 81s, which means that we get to see the return of the world champion, Oscar Reyes Martinez, along with a bunch of other exceptional lifters. Don't miss it. We'll see you then.